Thank you. Well, thank you very much. First thing I want to say is a big thank you to Brendan and everybody here at Lawrence Beer Company. We are really grateful for you guys opening up on a night when you're usually closed for us to hang out here and have a good debate watch party. Now, the debate doesn't start till 8 o'clock, and I know some of you started drinking a little bit early here tonight. So, depending upon, what kind of debate you want to watch, you can, drink at your own pace. Well, we have 15 days left in this campaign, and for so long, it just seems like Election Day has been this event that is so far off in the distance that you can't imagine that it is here. But I tell you, as I am going around this district, the energy that I see is just tremendous. We're knocking on doors in Pittsburgh on Saturday, and then we had, get this, we knocked on, with all your help, we knocked on 9,000 doors this weekend. That was awesome. And I tell you what, we got to do it again and knock on even more next weekend, because we are in a tight election right now. I've had a lot of people say to me, how is this race so close? Well, we're in a district that Donald Trump won by 19 points, and a lot of people look at my opponent and they say, well, surely this guy can't get elected. Well, we all know that surely this guy can't get elected. Those people have gotten elected before. And so it is a reality, and I hope tonight we will again be able to see a great contrast between the two candidates in this race. I've been in this district my entire life. I have proven that I can get results for Kansans. I've built bipartisan coalition after bipartisan coalition when I was in the legislature. And it's one of the reasons why so many Republicans like Sandy Prager have endorsed my campaign. And I think that is what we need in Congress right now more than ever. And in contrast, my opponent hasn't lived here for over 20 years. He doesn't pay taxes here, doesn't own a home here. He owns 2 homes in Alaska. His wife lives in Massachusetts. And he's also been repeatedly dishonest with the people of the 2nd District. He told people that he started this business. Turns out that he didn't. Said he owned the business. Turns out he didn't own it. They claimed that he supported President Trump. He didn't vote for President Trump. As a matter of fact, he didn't even vote in a single election until he decided to become a candidate for Congress. He's been running ads saying that he wants to protect Medicare and Social Security, but he supports a tax plan that triggers an automatic cut to Medicare. He said the other night in our debate that he wants to means test Social Security and that he is open to privatizing Social Security. And I have to tell you, as somebody who has been in every nook and cranny of this district, you have to know the people of the 2nd District if you want to represent them. The job title here is representative. And you can't represent people if you don't know who they are. And sometimes we've seen candidates who have come back to a place where they grew up and they parachute into a new district and they're all over the place, just listening and meeting people. And that has not been the case with Steve Watkins. Somebody said to me, maybe the guy's going into the witness protection program. But we are really at risk here of sending someone to Washington who I don't think is up to the job, who doesn't know who we are. And I've seen those kinds of people serve in office before. And I tell you what happens to them almost all the time. They end up being controlled by their party leaders, and they're controlled by the special interests. And that's not what we need. We need a strong voice in Washington, and I think that I have proven time in and time again that I'm ready to do that job. But we got a lot of work to do these last 15 days. We are in a very tight race, and there are resources that are just coming in all over the place against us. Incidentally, 90% of the dollars that have been spent trying to elect Steve Watkins are coming from outside groups. People like Sheldon Adelson, the Las Vegas billionaire, who has spent $50 billion trying to elect Republicans all across this country because he got a tax windfall from this tax plan of over $700 million. And he desperately desperately wants Steve Watkins to be in this seat so that he can protect his big tax windfall. I think we ought to be giving tax breaks to the people who actually need them, middle income and lower income Americans who frankly have seen the tax burden just hoisted upon them as the special interests just have their way in Congress. So I just want to implore you that over these next 15 days, whatever you can do to help us out. Many of you have been out there knocking on doors and making phone calls for us, and I cannot thank you enough because big money has been losing elections lately, and they're going to lose another one here in the 2nd District because we have people. So let's roll up our sleeves these last 15 days here and work as hard as we can. We've been there before. We're on the morning after Election Day. You wake up and you just say, oh no. And you want to just crawl under the covers again. And I want to be able to wake up on election morning, on the morning after the election, and say, you know what? We have achieved a great victory for the people of our state, and we are going to get our country going back in the right direction. So thank you for all the help that you're doing. Tune in to us tonight. And we're going to go get some action.